And we are pleased to be joined by one of our favorites. He is the head coach of the Vanderbilt baseball team, Tim Corbin. Corbs, how are you tonight, sir?
Good, John. Thanks for the compliment.
Absolutely, Coach. You get your regular season ended on a good note with a sweep of the Auburn Tigers, the doubleheader on Thursday, and then the win yesterday. What kind of momentum does that bring your team going into the SEC baseball tournament?
I think it gives them confidence. Anytime you're playing well towards the end, when you want to be trending in the right direction, I think is uplifting for the kids. And I think from a coach's perspective, you want their team ego to be pretty good at this time. And certainly as we go into the tournament, we've played pretty good baseball during the course of the year. We got a good body of work. We ended up 18-12, and that's just good enough for 6th in this conference, which is sometimes hard to believe. But I think we feel pretty good about ourselves right now.
You mentioned 18-12. Yeah, it's been kind of a roller coaster for your team during the SEC season, losing a tough series at Florida, of course, the series against Tennessee, among others. What did you learn about your team during the course of the SEC season?
I just think that we were infusing a lot of new kids into the lineup, both defensively and obviously offensively, and it was just a matter of watching them grow throughout. We really didn't have a lineup in place until maybe 3/4 of the year, and still at this point we're shuffling a couple kids in and out that are freshmen or sophomores, but I like the maturity of the team. We've played pretty consistent baseball. You're going to get dinged up in this conference, and we found that to be the case, as we always do, but at the same time, when you end up playing 18-12 baseball during 30 games, it really does speak to how well you've played, and the games that we have lost have been tightly contested. So I like which direction we're moving in, and I like the way we're playing.
You mentioned your younger players, Coach. You've always had a good mix of younger players and upperclassmen. How is that mix working for you this year? Well,
it's pretty good. The thing I thought was important that they should know is, we lost 3 first-rounders, 2 third-rounders, and a 5th rounder, and a 15th rounder off last year's team, and that's a lot of people. So for us to be in the situation that we are right now, the newer kids who have come in and the older kids who have returned have really blended well together to give us a pretty good team on the field. But I think the harmony that exists in the clubhouse and on the field has been good, and it's a very enjoyable bunch of guys to be around on a daily basis.
Of course, we all know Vanderbilt baseball is all about pitching. You always have that one ace. How special has Jordan Sheffield been for your team this year?
Pretty good. I mean, he's been really consistent himself. I think back at the time that he's been at Vanderbilt, and really last year was his first full year of getting an opportunity to pitch, because his first year here, he was injured. So you're looking at a second-year guy, but what he's done from start to finish, not knowing whether he was going to be our #1 pitcher. I think we went into the year thinking that he could do maybe several things, but not knowing he was going to be that one particular person. It's been, I'm not going to say a nice surprise, because it's not a surprise, but I just like the way he's matured both on the field, off the field, and the consistency of performance has been really good. He's got a very good fastball, but how he's been able to develop those other pitches has really been the difference in his performances this year.
Coach, as you get ready for the tournament, obviously it's a different mindset for your baseball team coming into tournament play. How do you approach the SEC tournament and beyond?
Well, I think the tournament is its own separate entity. It could have something to do with what happens to us in terms of seeding in the postseason, but at the same time, our regular season, that body of work has already been complete. But we want to play well. We just want to continue playing well, and I think we just look at it as our next game really is Missouri. Because Missouri and us are playing and it's part of a tournament, then it is the SEC tournament. But really, it's just another game. It's a game that we want to play well at. We want to be successful. We've got a kid named Patrick Raby, who's going to start on the mound, who's a freshman. So certainly a good situation for him to open up a tournament. and we just want to keep building our team. I think anytime you can use these experiences to do that and put yourself in a more favorable position in a week from now, that's a good thing for us.